it's taken me such a long time to get a new video up, but I am back and hopefully going to be bringing more up-to-date, frequent videos as much as I possibly can, because I do want to get back into it. I have been home for quite a few months now. I came home in August and it's now April, so I'm really sorry it's taken me over 5 months to actually get a new video up to you guys. But today I am doing a Disney haul of everything I bought when I was out there, because I was there for about 2 to 3 months. I'm actually quite surprised at how little I purchased, but there was one big thing that I spent the majority of my money on, which I will show you later on in the video. I do have a surprise for you, which I will throw in at the end, so stay tuned for that because you won't want to miss it. And I'm just going to get straight into it because it may take me a long time to get through everything. So to start with, the obvious thing, my ears. I wear these pretty much every day that I visit the park. I love them. I think they're really comfy because of that like felt material. They keep my hair back, which is sort of a big thing for me when I'm on rides, or when I'm actually just walking around the parks. It's nice to have sort of my hair off my face because it is really hot. And I absolutely love them. I love wearing them. They're an easy thing to put on and obviously walk around the parks in. So I definitely recommend getting some of these. I am going to get some more, but they're not going to be from Walt Disney World. They're actually going to be from the guys that have Oh Yeah Disney on YouTube. So check their channel out if you haven't seen it because it's awesome. But they also have an Etsy shop called Oh Yeah Ears, where Emily, she actually makes the ears herself and sells them. They're all really unique, so I'm going to grab some of those for eventually the next time that I go. So check those out if you haven't already. Sticking with the ears, I have 2 other pairs to show you. First off, I have these ones, which are the Glow with the Show ears. You can buy these ones in the parks still. You can still get these definitely in the parks. And these ones are pretty unique because, as you can see, they do glow, but when the nighttime entertainment is on, such as Wishes, they actually glow with the show, so they're in synchronization. And if loads of people have these on, everybody's doing the same thing, so it's really cool. The only downside to this is that you can't actually see them because they're on top of your head. So I can't actually see what's going on and I can't watch them. So I recommend if you do get some of these, make somebody else that you go with buy them so that you can watch theirs and see what's going on and that they can do the same. So my sister has a pair of these as well. The only other downside as well is they don't actually fit my head very well. They're really, really thick, I guess because they've got batteries and stuff in them, and they're also like foam padded. They don't move and they just don't sit with my head because I have quite a small head. And this is as tight as it'll go and it's still not actually that tight. But as I say, I only wear them on the night time anyway for the show, so it doesn't really matter. And I just keep these in my bag. I will just say that I don't remember how much anything is because I've had all of this and used it all, and so all the price tags have been taken off. I probably do have the receipts somewhere in my memory box, but I don't 100% remember how much everything is. I will let you know if there is stuff that is no longer available or that you can't buy. But other than that, I'm pretty sure everything is still available. So sticking with the hat theme, the other pair of ears that I have are these ones. They are the traditional, just black Mickey caps. Again, they're the rounded ones, so again, they don't fit my head. I only had these on for photos, and the reason I got them is because when I finished the international college programme, you have a graduation day, and on that graduation day, they give you these hats with the little tassels to say that you've graduated. It's a nice little special memorabilia to keep. That sort of reminds me of doing the programme and of graduating, but me and my flatmates went a little bit further, and on our last day when we were in Magic Kingdom, we got them in, what do you call this? Embroidered. We got them embroidered. So mine just says my name, Hayley, and ICP 2015. It's a nice thing to keep, and we did take a lot of photos with them, one of which we did throwing our hats up in the air. If I can still find that photo, I'll insert it here. So yeah, this is just a really nice thing to keep. You can buy these, but not with the tassels on. You can just get the plain ones, which I actually did get on my traditions class. They gave you, again, another free one, just as sort of a welcome to Disney kind of thing. But yeah, these are really nice to keep hold of. Sticking with this sort of theme of clothing, ears, accessories, that kind of thing, I did buy a couple of items of clothing. I didn't buy a lot because I was obviously working and didn't have a lot of money, and also I'd brought a load of clothes with me and probably wouldn't have fitted anything else in my suitcase because I was overweight when I came home, and had to pay like the $60 for the weight that I had. So I didn't actually buy a lot, but the items that I did all have special meanings to me. So this trip, I, for the very first time, went on Hollywood Tower of Terror. I have always been afraid of that ride. It freaks me out. I am not a big fan of drop rides, and that to me just was my ultimate nightmare. All it did in my head was just dropped you, and I hated that idea. But this year I was a lot more confident in going on all the rides, and so me and my sister, and when she came to visit, we went on the ride. I did fast pass it because there was no way I was going to wait in an hour queue for that, but I did go on the ride, and I have to say it was amazing. That ride was so much fun. Even in the photo I'm not screaming, I'm there with my hand up with my sister, like screaming with joy because it was so fun, and I was off my chair the whole time. It was great. So to sort of remember the fact that I'd been on the ride and that I liked it, I bought a couple of items of clothing from the shop as you exit the ride. So I got this baseball tee, which just says Hollywood Tower Hotel, drop in Hollywoodland, California. And I actually just really like it because it's like a thin sort of lightweight baseball tee, and it has this really nice little emblem on it that's like embroidered on there. I got this in a small, I believe, yeah. And it is actually just about the perfect size. My arms are quite thin, so the bottom of these aren't tight. That's the only thing I would say. If you want a tight baseball tee, probably not going to be. But other than that, it's a really, really nice t-shirt, and I love wearing it because I do wear it a lot. In addition to this, I also then went and got a hoodie from the same shop. I saw this initially and I just loved it. It's quite big and baggy, but this is the Hollywood Tower Hotel. It says falling prices on it and extended stay. So if you have been on the ride, you'll get why. And I just loved this. It's quite simplistic for Disney. I'm not one for liking a lot of stuff on the front or any writing, but this one I just particularly did like, and it's quite a big baggy one, even though this is a small. So if you do like sort of the tighter fitted hoodies, I'd go for a size smaller than you normally would, because this is actually quite large on me. But as I say, I do like baggy hoodies, and so this was kind of perfect for me. So I really liked that. And then the one last item of clothing that I did buy was sort of on a whim, but it was kind of necessary at the time. I'd been to Typhoon Lagoon with my sister. It absolutely threw it down, like so much rain, typical on the one day that I wanted to do a water park, and I'd paid to get in, which is like $60, and then we had to leave at like lunchtime because it chucked it down. But when we were in the shop waiting for the rain to subside, I did see a dress that I really liked that I'd never seen before, and I've never bought clothing or any merchandise from Typhoon Lagoon before. But I saw this dress, which just has little pineapples on it, and I have to say Stitch absolutely loved it when I went and met him in this in Magic Kingdom. So it's just a really nice skater dress style black dress with the pineapples on it, and then on the back it has this like crossed back, and then it also actually has a gap in the back, which is sort of just towards your like mid to lower back, I guess. This does sit around the back, middle of my back, but it hides your bra straps or anything by this bit, so it's actually really nice. And it is really lightweight, and the sleeves are really nice, so I just bought that because I just thought it was really cute. And I actually needed an item of clothing because all I brought was my work clothes and the swimsuit that I was in, and we ended up going to a park after, so I bought that. And then the last thing sort of relating to clothing or accessories was that I purchased a backpack. I had taken one with me, but it was only a little strawberry backpack from Paperchase. If you live in the UK, you'll know what Paperchase is. And that did fit the majority of my things in, but as I started to like take more and more with me to the parks of just stuff that I'd collated, it ended up not fitting in. So I bought this bag. You can still get this style, I'm pretty sure, in the parks now, because I have seen other people's hauls where they are still buying these, and they do different style bags in the same pattern, but I desperately needed the backpack because it's a lot easier for me to carry around the parks. I don't like having it on like my shoulder and it falling down. It's just easy to walk around and have your hands free so that I could vlog. It also fitted all my camera stuff in. It has this big pocket at the front where I did have sort of the main things that I needed, so like the cards that I had, my purse, and stuff for my camera, so like extra memory cards and things like that. And then it has like the main actual bag here. It does have this little like mesh pocket at the side, which most of the time I kept my phone in, but because I think I dropped it in with a lot of force, it has now broken. So That's one thing to look out for. Don't fill that too full because otherwise things start to fall out. I did use this pretty much every day, and because it's waterproof it's lasted quite well. I did have a lot of heavy stuff in because I used to put my work clothes and my work shoes in here, but surprisingly the straps have held up quite well, so I definitely recommend if you do need a backpack. This is actually really good, and I don't think it was very expensive, so that was good to get. So that's it in terms of all the clothing or accessories that I have. I'm next going to move on to sort of the collectible things that I bought. If you have seen in one of my previous videos, I did do an unboxing for Vinylmations, which are the little figurines in the shape of a Mickey Mouse, but they have different characters on them, and depending on what series you purchase, they're different ones. You don't know which one you're going to get. The whole purpose is that you unbox it and it's a surprise. Usually it's about one of 8 different characters that you can get in that series. I'll show you the ones that I already did buy, because when I was there last year, I did buy 2 other ones to add to my collection. So the ones that I already had, I'm pretty sure you can't get this series anymore. I bought this in 2010, so I've had this one a long time. This one was a little bumblebee. So again, it's in the shape of Mickey, and then it's just a little bumblebee. That one was my first one that I bought, and as I say, I don't think you can get that anymore. I then went and got 2 other ones, which I did in my unboxing for you. So I can't remember her name. Anita. I got Anita from 101 Dalmatians, and I also got Buzz Lightyear as Mrs. Nesbit from the Toy Story series. I'm pretty sure you can still get these, but I may be wrong, because I didn't buy these in the park and I got them last May or something, so I don't know if you can still get these. I bought these off the UK Disney website, and they definitely aren't on there anymore because they're quite limited, the Vinylmations on the website. But I really liked these ones. So then when I was in the parks during my cultural programme, I did buy a couple extra Vinylmations, which I'm actually pretty pleased with all 3 of them. I bought one out of the Cinderella collection, one out of the Frozen collection, and a third which was from the Peter Pan collection. The boxes are awesome, and I've kept all the boxes because their artwork on those are really great. And as I say, the Vinylmations that I got, I was really pleased with. So out of the Cinderella box, I got Cinderella in her rag clothing. This one's really well detailed. She even has like the rosy cheeks and everything. And then 2 of the little birds that you see walking around with her are in her ears, because obviously she doesn't have Mickey ears. And then on the back, you've got her hair tied up, and there's a little bow for her apron. And on the bottom it just says Cinderella in rags. I've just looked at the bottom of that, and that says Disney Store London, so I obviously bought that one in the UK. I don't have a great memory. That one I got in the UK. The 2 that I definitely remember going and getting was in the artwork shop, which was in Hollywood Studios. It's now gone because it was with the drawing classes in that main building, so that's now gone. But that was where you could buy artwork and get sketches from artists as well if you wanted to buy one, which my sister did. She got one with the 3 caballeros on it, and that one was really cool. But while we were in there, partly because it was raining, there was quite a large collection of Vinylmations that you could buy, so I bought one from the Peter Pan collection and one from the Frozen collection. In the Frozen one, I got Sven, and he's really cute. I didn't really mind which one I got out of this collection. The only one I didn't really want was Hans, because nobody really wants him. But Sven was really cute, and I'm really glad that I got him. Again, he doesn't have the paw print hands, which I don't know why. Because normally on the animal Vinylmations they change the arms so that they're like little paws to represent that they are animals, but for Sven they haven't. He's really cute. He's like cartoon style, rather than sort of being a replica of what he really looks like in the film. And on the bottom of here it just says Frozen and Sven. I will show you close-ups of these, so I'll show them sort of as I'm talking. And then the other one that I got was from the Peter Pan collection. I got Nana. Again, she has different arms. She doesn't have the paw print arms, even though she's a dog. And this one I thought was just really detailed. She has her little bow. She even has like the collar on the front. And the only thing that's different with this one is sort of the style of her bottom half. So the normal ones are just all sort of rounded, but on here her bottom is sort of like lined. Like a dress almost. I guess they've done that because she's quite like a fluffy dog. So I thought that was quite cool. And she's a really great collectible one. I really liked her. So that's all the Vinylmations that I did get. And then in terms of other collectibles, I was really into the pins. I did have a lanyard that I'd already purchased in 2014 and had a couple of pins that I've collected over the years as I've gone as a little child. I did get a couple extra ones because I was really into the Disney Zoom Zooms, and they had a mystery pin collection, a little packet, multi-pack thing, where you'd get 5 different pins in there. You didn't know which ones you were going to get from the collection, and I loved all of those, so I kept all of those and put them on my lanyard. I also got a couple of extra ones, so I'll show you those now. So I'll show you close-ups of them, but basically I got in the Zoom Zoom collection Minnie Mouse. This one is Dale, and the difference between Chip and Dale is because Chip has the black nose and Dale has the red nose. I also got Winnie the Pooh, I got Chip, and I got Daisy as well. So again, I'll show you close-ups of these. And then the other 2 pins that I collected, which were ones that I'd just seen that I'd really wanted, sort of whilst I was there, was the Ellie pin, or the grape soda badge, which is from the film Up. And the other thing that I got, which I really did want, was when I was out there, the Tomorrowland film came out. If you haven't seen that, I seriously recommend going and watching that because it was awesome. And in that, you actually got given a little pin in that film, and Walt Disney World made those pins so that you could have them on your lanyards, but they were only a limited edition. So there weren't that many around, so I searched for ages to find them and eventually found them in one of the outdoor kiosks in Tomorrowland, which is the one that's just by the ice cream shop. That was the only place I could find them. They weren't anywhere else, and they only have 5 left, so they actually were really hard to find. I don't know if you can still get these now because the film's obviously been out for a long time, but it is the Tomorrowland pin. I absolutely love this. I just love the film, and I like sort of what it means. I won't go into too much detail if you haven't seen the film, but I really recommend going to see it because it's awesome. So that was all the pins that I did get, in terms of ones that I purchased. The other ones I just already had. And then speaking of Zoom Zooms, as I did like the pin version, I do have a couple of Disney Zoom Zooms. I didn't get any of these in the park. They're really hard to find. I think they sell some in Downtown Disney and that's about it. They're not very easy to hunt down and trace. So all of these I actually have not purchased in the parks, but I've had these for a couple of weeks now because I bought some new ones more recently. So I'll show you the ones that I do have because I love them all. So the first one I bought was the Dumbo Zoom Zoom. These all act as little screen cleaners as well, which is quite a nice idea rather than just being collectibles. They do have a purpose. The Dumbo's really cute. I like his big ears on them and a little hat that normally Timothy sits in. And his tail is slightly different on this one to the other ones I've seen. This one's just like a piece of string. But he's really cute. I love him. So he sits in the bottom of my stack. I then also went and bought Baymax. I'd wanted this one for quite a while because I just think he is the most adorable as a Zoom Zoom. He is obviously quite simplistic in a character himself anyway, but I just think that the little Zoom Zoom's adorable. So he just is quite a simple one with just sort of his pads that he has in his arms and where Hero puts in the little chip. So I just think that one's a really cute one. I then also went out and bought a more intricate one. This one is Sven. So I have Sven as a Zoom Zoom and I also have Sven as a Vinylmation. They're slightly different. This one looks more realistic, so he has sort of his fluffy hair and his antlers. He has his tongue sticking out, which is adorable, and then has, I guess, what you'd call like his coat wrapped around him as well. He's just a really cute little Zoom Zoom. I like that one. And then I bought 3 new ones a couple of weeks ago because I had a 15% coupon at the Disney store. So I purchased Stitch. I really like Stitch. He's one of my favourite characters. I used to love watching that film as a kid. So he has his like big ears and then a little tuft of hair and has that sort of like zigzag pat on the back of him. He's again just quite a simple one, and his tail's so cute. It's a little rabbit bunny tail. It's adorable. And then I also got Jiminy Cricket. I don't know why he looks quite different. He's a lot squishier than the other Zoom Zooms are. I don't know why. I don't know whether that's just the way it got made, but he's a really squishy Zoom Zoom. I actually really like him for that. And he just has his little hat and his waistcoat. It doesn't come with anything like his walking stick or anything, but he's just really cute and his little cheeky smile's adorable. And then lastly, the other one that I got was just purely because I just thought this one was awesome. I don't really like the character, but I just think this is a really great Zoom Zoom. It's Smee from Peter Pan. I just think this one's really well done. It has sort of like his fluffy hair, a really cute button nose, and I liked his clothing design too. And it even shows his little glasses on there as well. I just think he's a really cute Zoom Zoom, and I love his hat. It's just awesome. So those are all the Zoom Zooms that I got. In terms of other collectible items, not so much a collectible. This one was actually a gift given to me, so I didn't buy these. So when you go to the parks, instead of just buying tickets, you can now get magic bands. So that includes everything like your fast passes. You can even pay for things using your using your magic band. And because I stayed in a resort, I got one free that has my name on the back, which was really nice. So I got the pink one. I had to take the black bit off because my wrists are so small that I use the trial version of the magic band. But I actually really like this style because it is just pure pink. It doesn't have that black lining around it. But you can customise these. They do have little magic band personalised, I don't know what you call them, sort of like pins that you can put onto your magic band. So my sister purchased some for me. So she got me this magic bandits, that's what they're called, magic bandits. She got me a pack of 4, which are just the glittery versions of Mickey. They came in purple, yellow, and then they also have a pink and a blue, which are the ones that I have on my magic band at the moment. I did think I'd lost one of these, but luckily I have them all. The way these just clip on is they just have like a little attachable part to the back of these, and they just literally clip into your magic band loops. The only downside to this is because I do have small wrists, I actually need pretty much all of these loops, so I don't have a lot of room to put them on, so I can only fit 2 on at a time, which is why I haven't used the other 2 that are still in the packet. So that's a bit of a shame because it would be nice to have all 4 of them on my magic band at any one time, but the downside to them is that you can lose them quite easily because they are just sort of popped on. They do easily get caught on things, and they do sort of pop off when you don't realise it, on brides and things when you have your arms stuck in the overhead ones. I've noticed one of mine popped off then, but it fortunately landed in my bag, so I got it back. But my sister's boyfriend, he bought all the hitchhiking ghosts, and he lost all 3 of them in the same day. So they do easily come off, so just watch out for that. Maybe don't buy loads of them, because if you spend quite a lot on them, you'll be disappointed when they all come off. So in terms of collectibles, that was it. I do have sort of another collectible item that I'll just go through now. This sort of tradition started on my 2014 trip. I like to sort of remember everything that I've done, and I do keep everything that I've had in sort of a memory box, but the stuff that's sort of flat I do like to sort of keep all together, like photos and things, because even though I was vlogging I did take a lot of photos during my time that I was there, and I like to sort of remember everything day by day. So one thing that I do is I scrapbook, and Walt Disney World provide scrapbooks of different sizes for you. In 2014 I only bought the small version because obviously I was only there for a week, so there wasn't a lot to put in, but as I was there for 2.5 months, this year I bought the big version! So this one you can't get anymore, obviously, because it's 2015, but they do always have an annual version, so this year they obviously have a 2016 version. They don't look too different from my 2014 one that I have, but this one's more glittery and sort of like shiny. But this one is really good because it's massive, and I have already started to fill it out, as you can see here. I do spend a lot of time with it, and to make this look even better, I also bought the sort of like the scrapbook kit, which comes with like a load of stickers, and then like different pages that you can use and put in your book, because normally the scrapbooks just have a very simplistic page that runs throughout, and I like to mix and match it, so I bought the deluxe scrapbook kit to put everything in, and it does come with all these pages on the front. It was quite expensive, and these 2 things really did weigh down my case, so if you're not really sure if you're going to do it or not, I probably wouldn't buy them, because it does take up a lot of my time, but as I say, I do love scrapbooking, so I bought both of those. In sort of a similar theme in terms of what it looks like, every year I also do buy an autograph book. I love to meet all the characters. I love interacting with them, especially the face characters, because it's great when you can ask them questions and they respond as that character. I just think it's really fun to play off with it. So every year I do buy an autograph book. This year I did fill quite a lot of it. I think I went up to, well, Peter Pan was my last one and that was on my last day. So I filled up about half the book. Normally most people don't really like meeting characters that I was staying with. They found it quite awkward. So usually I would go on my own, and there were some days I spent purely on my own, going around and finding characters and meeting the characters on my own, and I have one from every single trip that I've been on. So one thing that I bought that was a bit of an impulse buy was from the Japan store, Mitsukoshi I think is how you pronounce it, which is at the Epcot Pavilion. They had some really nice little bags and things like that I saw. So I bought one for me and my sister. She got given the Paddington Bear style. I don't have that with me, so I unfortunately can't show you, but it looks sort of similar to this. So this one is the Alice in Wonderland version. It's sort of like the cartoon drawings from the book kind of thing. That's sort of what it looks like. And on the front here it says Alice in Wonderland, and then it says Alice found a bottle labelled Drink Me. And then on the back here it has part of the book itself written on here. I won't go through it all, but it's just an extract from when they were sitting with the Mad Hatter. So I just think it was really cute, and I use this in my bag, which is why it looks quite dirty at the moment, because I always have it in my bag. I just think it's a really handy little thing to have to keep things safe within my bag so that I can find them later on. So I bought that. I'm not really usually a cuddly toy kind of person. I don't really tend to buy a lot, especially in Walt Disney World, because I have nowhere to put them when I get home. But there was one thing that I really did want once I was out there, which I'd wish I'd had for the flight going, and that was a pillow pet. They're really great because they're so comfy. You can just sit with them when you're on the plane and go to sleep with it, and it's a lot easier to carry around because it folds back up. So it was actually my birthday while I was out there, and my roommates very kindly purchased the Bullseye pillow pet for me. I absolutely love him, and I had him on my bed every day. This one's just really soft and really cute, and I just really liked him. He is one of my favourite characters out of Toy Story, probably my favourite. I just think he's adorable. And I did use this on the plane home, and it came in super handy. As I say, you do fold it back up, and it's like Velcro strapped, so it's a lot easier to carry around with you. You can have it sort of wrapped around your suitcase handle. So it's quite easy to take around with me, and I just keep him ready to go for next flights that I'm on, no matter where I go, because he's really great to have on the flights. He also adds as a bit of extra padding while he's sat on your chair. So thank you guys for getting me that, because I absolutely loved it. And as I say, I did definitely use this on the way home. And then the other cuddly toy thing that I got, which was again sort of an impulse buy, but I've been seeing it as I was walking around the parks, was the mini version of Lotso. And whilst he's supposed to be a nasty character, the reason that I bought him is because he smells of strawberries, or rather dirty strawberries as I sort of describe it. It really does smell like dirty strawberry in my opinion, just on his tummy area here. And I've actually had this for quite a long time, and he normally sits in my car, and he's kept his smell for a long time. The only downside to him is that unfortunately the smell doesn't go very far, and whilst it has been sat in my car unfortunately does not smell of dirty strawberries. But he's still really cute, and I love having him sat there in my car, and I think the smell is actually just really comforting. So I do really like that, and I'm glad that I bought him. Okay, so one of the last things that I myself purchased, and was what I spent the majority of my money on, was a Pandora bracelet. You can't buy the Disney charms in the UK unfortunately, and when they are available they sell out super fast. So I knew when I went out there that the majority of my money would be spent on buying charms and a Pandora bracelet, because I absolutely love them. And in the end I got quite a few, so I will go through each one, and I will show you a close-up of each one so that you can see. So I've sort of ordered it quite well. So the first one that I got was this little mermaid clam charm. This is obviously to represent the Little Mermaid. It just has little gems all around it, I don't know what they're called. And this one's just a really nice little cute charm to start off with. It was one of the first ones that I bought. Moving on, I then bought this dangly charm, which is of Tinkerbell in a little heart. I just think this one's so cute, and I do like the fact that it dangles. I didn't want a lot on there that dangled because they can get caught quite easily, so that one was quite a nice one because it was rounded and didn't have a lot of like pointy bits on it that would catch on my clothes. The next one that I did get, I bought two claspers at the same time to keep the charms that I bought sort of all in the same place, because I don't like them moving around and sort of collecting all at one end of my bracelet. So I bought the Minnie Mouse one, which has a sparkly Minnie, and then her bow's actually done in sparkly red gems, which I just think is really cute. And then I also got the Mickey Mouse one as well, because I didn't want the same one on both, I wanted both of them. The next one I then bought was this really cute little princess charm. It just said princess on the back. This one you can get in the UK, and I have seen that one because that's just out of their princess collection. It's not actually a Disney charm, but this one you can buy in the Disney resorts. This one reminds me of Princess and the Frog because it does have that sort of frog crown on the top. And then I really liked this one because it has a pink heart in the centre and then little gems all around it. I just think this one was really cute, and as I said, on the back it does say princess. So I really liked that one. I then bought just two separators, I guess you'd call them, which are just little crystal Mickey Mouses, all in a line. They're just lovely, and they do add a bit of sparkle to my bracelet in the centre. So I bought two of those to even the middle bit out there, as you can see, because it just nicely sort of sets them off. I'm probably going to get another two the next time I eventually go, just to finish this middle section off so that it doesn't move about quite as much. But I really liked those, they just finished it quite well. And then the main one that I really wanted was the castle, so this is my centrepiece for my bracelet. And the castle one's just so nice. I absolutely loved this. And I do like that it has the rhodium plate on it, so it's sort of that like dirty look. It just defines the castle really well, and it's actually a really nicely done one. And on the bottom of this it does actually say Walt Disney World on it, which I think is really nice. And then one of the early ones that I did purchase was just this very simple heart-shaped charm that has a little crystal Mickey in the middle. I just think this one was really cute, and it went well with the clam that I purchased, though those were my first two that I bought, and it was a nice way to start my collection off. I then, on the end, have another dangly charm, sort of to even the bracelet off. It's just a little Cinderella shoe charm, and next to it I do have the carriage, as you can see. The carriage is a really intricate one, and I loved that. The only downside to that is it's a lot bigger than the actual bracelet, so that one does move around a lot, which is why I bought the stoppers, because it would end up falling off my bracelet, and therefore I bought the safety chain to stop any of them falling off, because that one did used to hang on the end of my bracelet and I was always afraid that it was going to fall off. So in the end I swapped it and put it on the end, but I do have the safety chain to stop any other ones falling off. So that was my bracelet. They all were around $40 to $60. I did luckily get cast member discount, which is what sort of persuaded me to get more than I necessarily would have done, because I saved quite a lot of money on them, and it is the one thing that I have that I wear pretty much daily, that reminds me of my time working at Walt Disney World. So it's a really special souvenir for me to have, and I'm glad that I spent my money on it. So I think that's actually it for all of the things that I bought last year on my Disney World Cultural Exchange programme. As I say, there wasn't actually that much stuff there. I did expect to go buying a lot more, but I was sort of restricted by buying my Pandora bracelet. It meant that I didn't have a lot of money. So if you do end up doing the international programme, be aware you can buy a lot of stuff, just don't buy Pandora bracelets and you'll be fine. You can get a lot of stuff and you can bring it all home. The only problem is actually bringing it back in your suitcase, because as I say, I was ending up overweight. So as I said at the beginning of the video, I do have one announcement to make. I will be returning to Walt Disney World this year in around 70 days, from the 28th of June to the 5th of July. So I will be there for the 4th of July, which is super exciting. I cannot wait. I will be travelling home that day, unfortunately, which is the only downside to it. But I will be going with one of my friends, Saskia, and there will be vlogs coming for that holiday. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, I will be hopefully doing a couple of extra videos for you, such as things like what I'm taking on this trip with me, because it's slightly different to the cultural exchange programme, and a sort of Disney tag with my friend Saskia, who I am going with, so stay tuned for that because those will be up hopefully soon. But until then, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!